Getty. David Lidington defended David Davis transition position Cabinet Office Minister David Lidington, the Prime Minister's number 2, made the claim following a week of criticism from angry Tory Brexiteers. He also claimed that the implementation period of around 2 years after Brexit in March 2019 would still produce big differences to the current relationship. Mr. Lidington told BBC One's Andrew Marr show, "Of course we will have the power to choose for ourselves whether or not to diverge once we have left the supranational legal structures of the EU. It is then the matter for a British government and a British Parliament to decide. There may be some areas, as the PM set out in Florence, where we want to achieve, frankly, the similar objective to the EU27, but to do it in a different way. There may be other areas where actually we decide, no, actually we have a slightly different objective in this area. Others where we're trying to do the same objective through exactly the same means, in which case it makes sense for those areas to work very closely together." Mr. Lidington also tried to defend Mr. Hammond after calls for the Chancellor to be sacked over his recent comment. His claim UK-EU trade relations would only change very modestly. BBC David Lidington was on the Andrew Marr show. He said Philip has made very clear that helps fully on board with the approach that the Prime Minister has set out in both her Lancaster House and Florence speeches last year, when she talked about trying to get a deal in the forthcoming negotiations. "We are leaving, don't be in any doubt about that, but we're having a future trade agreement that we hope will be as frictionless and free trade as we possibly can." In an open letter to businesses yesterday, the Chancellor, Brexit Secretary and Business Secretary claimed Britain will maintain continuity with European Union rules during the post-Brexit transition period. Getty. Jacob Rees-Mogg has criticised the government. Philip Hammond, David Davis and Greg Clark said firms should not worry that they will have to operate outside the existing structure of EU rules and regulations during what they term an implementation period of about 2 years. EU laws will remain common to both parties during the transition to start after formal withdrawal in March 2019, so firms only have to adapt to one set of rule changes at the end of the implementation period. It comes after Mr. Davis said he will seek the establishment of an appropriate process for the UK subject to any new laws introduced during transition, in a bid to allay Brexiteer concerns over having to follow EU rules without having any say in drawing them up.